Hey everybody, I am the MoeChicken. Welcome to my stream. I have returned. I have returned from my sojourn in the frozen north. I think I told you all about that, but if I didn't, I'll go ahead and explain. Over the last week, I have actually been in Canada, the great white land of Canada. I went up to Montreal to visit my sister, who was there for a conference, and I had a fun little time. We wandered around. There was a great deal of walking involved. Lots of walking up hills in the snow and or rain. So I guess I got the grandpa experience of walking up hills in the snow both ways. But anyway, it was a good time. And I am back to do more streaming. But I am not 100% recovered yet. And so I didn't want to quite face off against a stream of either the darkness of Shadow the Hedgehog or all the silly voices of Front Mission Gun Hazard. So instead I thought, I'll just, play whatever. And so I went into my game room and I found 2 Sega games, and we're gonna play those. Maybe both of them, depending on how well I do in the first one, I guess. If I lose at the first one, very quickly we'll get to the second one. But let's go ahead and get into it. Blech. So, the ancestors of the Belmont family are doomed to confront Dracula, blah blah blah. In 1917, a countess sought to revive the long-dead spirit of the vampire. Her name was Elizabeth Bartley. Countess Bartley. To revive him, she needed to travel all over Europe, enlisting help from all the powers of darkness. She was already purple, though. 2 young vampire hunters set out to fulfill their destiny, push back the evil hordes, and drive the vampire back into his dark netherworld. Alright, there's a Castlevania Bloodlines. Go! Let's see, hang on. I can't really hear the game. Can y'all hear the game? You can hear me. Okay, yeah, you can hear it. Sorry. Again, it's been like a week, so... and my audio is too loud. So let's see. So we got 2 good boys here. We got John Morris and Eric Licard. John Morris, born December 12th, 1995 in Texas, United States, Weapon the Vampire Killer. So this is actually a rare instance where the protagonist is not a Belmont. This was, I think... may have been the first time that the protagonist was not a Belmont, actually, now that I think about it. But it is John Morris, who is actually supposed to be related to Quincy Morris from Dracula, the Bram Stoker's actual Dracula. They just plucked the name Morris, and they're like, this is going to be our new guy. So he's one option. He's kind of the heavy, slow Belmont option. Then we have Eric Licard, who I don't think is a reference to anything. Y'all can check me on that. If he is, I'd love to know, but I don't think he is. He was born May 3rd, 1992 in Segovia, Spain. His weapon is the Alucard spear, so his weapon is actually Alucard's spear. This guy actually showed up later on in Portrait of Ruin, which was fun. He is the agile character. Now, I have heard from a friend of mine who played this game a great deal as a child that you should always play as Eric. I almost always play as John. So we're going to roll a dice. Let's see. I have one here. Evens will be John, odds will be Eric. Let's see. It is odd. Eric it is. Never played as Eric, so this is kind of cool. It's funny too because where are we going first? I think we're starting off in Transylvania, the ruins of Castle Dracula in Romania. Yes. So fun thing, I actually recently hang on, we gotta look at this. Very important. Why does he have blonde hair in all the cutscenes, but his hair in the game is green? I don't know. It's a wig. He puts on a wig whenever he has a cutscene. So the exciting thing about Eric is that he can do that. He's got this like super jump thing that he can do, which is very helpful. He also has his attack. Yeah, his attack is multi-directional. He's really just infinitely better. He's frankly infinitely better than John. John should have never left the United States, but oh well. But yeah, we're gonna play this like that sort of a. How do you? Okay, C is how you throw your weapons, which is a little weird. I'm used to being up and attack, but I should have to get used to it. Oh, I think this is invincibility, maybe. Look at those, like, look at the funny walk the zombies do. They're like, yeah. It's very silly looking. What was I saying? Dracula. Yes, I recently read Dracula for the first time. I had never read it before, and it's pretty cool. It is one of those books that, like, I had tried to read before, and I gave up because the beginning of it is really slow. Like, the very beginning of the book is not very interesting. Oh, my spear's on fire. Help! This seems like a problem. Eric's like, help! My spear's on fire! Oh no! Someone put it out! Can I jump over this? Hang on. Can I just skip this? You only go up? Yeah, it's... Oh yeah, I can just skip the water passage. That's kind of fun. If you can skip, you should skip. Yeah, it's a book that I had tried to read before, and I got kind of bogged down at the beginning of it. So if you don't know anything about Dracula, other than that he's, you know, spooky vampire man, the story of Dracula is the story of a series of people from Great Britain and one person who is from America, Quincy Morris. Hello. Have this. Trying to deal with the threat of Dracula moving to London. Dracula, who lives in Romania, in Transylvania, wants to move to... Oh, yeah? You done? Whee! I don't think that was the boss. I think that was a mini-boss, yeah? Yeah, there we go. Yeah, Dracula wants to move to London because he's just tired of being in Transylvania, and he wants fresh blood, quite literally. And so he's gonna move to London, and it starts off with the adventures of a man named Jonathan Harker. That's his name, Jonathan Harker, who is like, he's a solicitor, which I believe is the British term for a lawyer. Specifically, he deals with property. So he has been like he's been commissioned by his employer. Oh, I didn't think you could actually hit me there. He's been commissioned by his employer to go to Count Dracula's castle to bring some like legal documents there. And so, and each of the, like, the whole story is told as a series of different, almost like found items or found documents would be the best way to describe it. So like the beginning is Jonathan Harker's diary, or his journal of his trip to Bulgaria. And then like the second part is the diary of a woman named Mina. What was her original? She she is Jonathan Harker's Mina Murray. That was her name, Mina Murray, before she got married. She took his name. And then there's like a part where that's like letters between Mina and her friend Lucy. And it's interesting how like all of these different documents are kind of presented slightly differently. And like you kind of have to get used to it, but once you do, it's a pretty neat way to write a book. So can I get there? Let's see. What are you? You're that. I have a blue gem now. I don't know how that's different from red gems. Maybe it's more. I don't know. Anyway, yeah. So it starts off with Jonathan going to Transylvania. He meets the Count. Something interesting. Apparently, in the beginning of the story, Count Dracula has like a thick Wilford Brimley mustache. Nobody ever talks about that. He has that and like bright. He's got a huge monobrow and bright red lips. So like the description of Dracula from the book is pretty strange. But anyway, so he goes there and things start to get weird. He realizes that he's being sort of kept there against his will. And he eventually manages to escape by like climbing down an outer wall to get away. And then it switches over to Mina and goes on from there. Anyway, all this to say, very entertaining read. Once you got past because like the beginning is just very slow because it's mostly just like a travel log. Like Jonathan's just sort of like, and then I went here, and then I went here, and oh, the scenery was lovely, and the people were so quaint and strange, so different from my native Britain. You know, stuff like that. Just kind of like stuff like that. And do I have to hit this guy in the head? Oh. And I don't know. Once you actually got to like vampire stuff, like once he started actually being nervous around Count Dracula and stuff started to get cool, it got better. It got a lot better. And I think one of the things that I found so interesting about it too was, you know, like most of my experience with Count Dracula, frankly, comes from like cartoons and Castlevania. So actually reading about it, like reading about the original story was way interesting. There's all kinds of stuff that has been gotten wrong over the years. Like while I was watching, while I was reading it, I watched some movie versions of Dracula. And one thing that I noticed a lot of people got wrong or changed. First of all, they threw away a lot of characters. There was this character named Arthur Holmwood, who was the original fiance of Lucy, who regrettably I guess that's a spoiler, she becomes a vampire. It's like a big tragedy early on in the book is that Lucy becomes a vampire, and it's like, oh, she was the picture of innocence, and it was stolen away from her, blah blah blah. It honestly is pretty depressing because Lucy she's such a sweet girl, and then she becomes a monster, so it's kind of sad. Anyway, yeah, Arthur Holmwood was basically just completely cut out of any subsequent story. They just didn't bother, I guess. I don't know. Like I can understand wanting to restrict the number of characters in your story to kind of like make it more comprehensible, but geez, just cutting out the dude entirely is pretty rough. And he was like a significant character too. Like one of the things about Arthur Holmwood was that he was like a member of the aristocracy in Britain, and so there were a lot of points where they basically just had to use like, oh, we're in company of, you know, like a noble lord, so you know, don't think we're weird for hanging out in this graveyard or whatever. Like they had to frequently have like get out of jail free cards where Arthur was just like, no, it's cool, it's official nobility business, don't worry about it. What else though? Also, one of the things that happens, I mentioned already, Jonathan goes to Transylvania to talk with Dracula. So he's actually the first person to encounter him as, oh, hey, Cyber, welcome. I'm playing whatever tonight. Bam. This guy just wants to drown me. This is the boss, by the way. Not the boss of the stage, but this is the mini boss. You just poke him. Poke him a lot. I've been talking about Dracula, the book, recently. Or up to this point, Cyber. So you're coming in kind of halfway through the story, but I'm talking about the ways in which the movies were frequently not correct to the book. Oh, hello, second mini boss. What's up, dude? Oh, you're silly looking. Hey, man, what are you doing? Ah! I don't want to get close to you. You look dangerous. Yeah, so in the original book, Jonathan went to meet with Dracula, and that is how sort of the story starts, and that's also the reason that Jonathan like tells everybody else, it's like, oh, we got to get rid of this Dracula dude, he's real bad. But in a lot of the movies, they do it so that this man named Renfield was the one who went to visit Dracula, and basically they exchange Jonathan's position as a solicitor with Renfield, which actually kind of ties off like there's a huge, I guess, question mark hanging over who Renfield is in the original book, because Renfield is in the original book. He's like a crazy man, because one of the protagonists is a man named Dr. John Seward, who is I guess you call him a psychologist, a neurologist, psychologist, something like that. He works with brains, in the 19th century concept of psychology, where it's like, oh, they're all crazy, just electroshock therapy is the way to go. But anyway, like a lot of the story involving Dr. Seward is about him trying to figure out what is up with this Renfield dude, because he's really strange. He's very erratic, and he has this weird obsession with consuming life, is how he describes it. He likes to eat small animals. Like he will catch flies using sugar and eat them, or he will then catch a spider by feeding flies to it and then eat the spider, that kind of thing. He's like weirdly obsessed with this. And in the book, there's no explanation for it, really. Like at least I don't think there was. I didn't see one. Why he has this obsession with consuming life. I just destroyed that priceless work of art. This is what happens to the Colossus at Rhodes. Anyway, and so in the movies where they make Renfield the guy who went to see Dracula first, it's kind of like, oh, okay, he became obsessed with. Oh, it's always so gruesome. He gets stabbed right through the stomach with his own spear. So brutal. Yeah, if Renfield went to see Dracula first, it's like, okay, well, I get it. He went crazy because he met Dracula. But in the book, there's no explanation. He's just like a crazy dude. Anyway, so that's one thing they got wrong. Another thing that is often gotten wrong in movies about the book is that these two need to go. Thank you. Castlevania on Genesis feels odd. I get that. It's a cool game though. It's a rare Castlevania on Genesis. Like I think it was the only one, so there you go. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, so oftentimes Jonathan winds up becoming Dr. Seward's like assistant. And Dr. Seward becomes Mina's dad in many movie variants of the story. So I don't know. It was interesting to see the little differences. Bam. Everything is big. All the sprites are big because it's on Genesis. Genesis was... What did I just do? It was very silly. Eric, what are you doing? What are you doing, dude? Oh, boo. 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 Oh, let me finish the thought about Quincy Morris, though. So, yeah, Quincy Morris... Basically all... with the exception of Jonathan Harker, in the original book, all of the men are in it just because they love Lucy, pretty much. Arthur is actually the subject of her affections, but both Dr. Seward and Quincy Morris are like also sort of obsessed with Lucy, and like apparently all three of them proposed to her on the same day, and she was like, I can only marry one of them, and I already kind of liked Arthur, so sorry guys. And so Quincy Morris is like he's an American, he's from Texas, and he's like a man of adventure from Texas, and yeah, he from what I understand, he was actually supposed to be like it's kind of easy to make fun of his character because he's like, you know, a goofy, like he's an over-the-top Texan who talks about like cowpokes and stuff. I don't think he actually says cowpoke at any time in the book, but you know what I mean. And so it's kind of easy to make fun of him, but apparently he was actually included as Bram Stoker's opinion of what an ideal American would be like. So he was, same thing happened twice. What the heck? I'm gonna run out of lives. Boo. Yeah. So as much as easy as it is to make fun of Quincy Morris, he is supposed to be an impressive character, and I like him. You know, he's goofy, but whatever. It's fun. He's a very stalwart character, and I guess spoilers for Dracula. If you don't want to hear it, I get it. These two things suck, man. They're so inconvenient. Just right there. Move. There's not really anywhere for me to hide there. Yeah. So in the end, they do beat Dracula, and the way they beat him, they like, it's like a race against time. They're trying to kill him before the sun goes down, and like as the sun is sinking beneath the horizon, Quincy impales him through the chest, and then Jonathan Harker cuts off his head with a kukri, because for some reason Jonathan Harker had a kukri. Bram Stoker was Irish, I think. He's from Great Britain, but I don't think he was actually English. I think he was Irish. Most of the characters are from London, so I wouldn't be surprised if he's from. You know. Again, this one dude is just the most dangerous of all the dudes. Oh gosh, I'm so embarrassed. That was terrible. Whatever. Continue. Yes. Where was I even going? Oh yeah. So Quincy Morris, but in the process of stabbing him, like basically he impales Dracula, and then Dracula like turns around and like backhands him, and then that gives Jonathan a chance to like cut off Dracula's head. Oh, these guys. I hate these guys. Ugh. Still took damage. Doesn't matter. Still took damage. So Quincy actually winds up dying after having defeated Dracula. So he manages to defeat Dracula with Jonathan, and then he dies of his wounds. And so the idea in Castlevania, Konami is like, okay, well, what if we took the relative, or like the son of Quincy Morris, and said like, okay, this man through the efforts of his father was proven a worthy successor for the vampire killer Whip. And so in the lore of Castlevania, Jonathan Morris, or the Morris family rather, has been deemed worthy of using the vampire hunter for reasons I don't remember. Like, I can't remember why the Belmont family had to stop using it, but they had to stop using it for a while. Here's my mortal enemy here. Okay, good. Got him that time. Oh wait, that's not even... Is that even... What the heck? Okay, well, there we go. What's the water doing here? It's like freaking out over there. Yeah, so the Morrises took over the vampire killer for a little while. And if you've ever played Portrait of Ruin, you might know that it was not good for them. it could not actually be like controlled by the Morrises, and it wound up eventually claiming the life of John Morris. And that's the reason why John Morris didn't teach Jonathan Morris, who is the protagonist from Portrait of Ruin, how to use it. This is because he didn't want his son to die, basically. Oh, boss time. Hello. Hi. Hey. 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 I think you have to like break the interior part of this guy. Yeah, I think that's my objective here. Yeah, it's slowly breaking. Feels like a Mega Man boss. Anyway, that's all I got to say on Dracula. Read it if it sounds interesting. You know, if you've never read it before. I kind of, for a little bit there, I was like, I want to read all of the traditional monster books. And so like I read Frankenstein and I read Dracula. And then I just kind of stopped, so I don't know what my next one would be, but it was interesting. Now I'm reading Animorphs. Much better. Now I'm reading the Animorphs saga. So important. Animorphs. Whoa. Okay. Golem, get out of here. I think this guy shoots a beam or something. Maybe. I don't know. Oh, your whatever is exposed, sir. I did it. I destroyed your whatever. Good thing there's wind down here for me to billow. The book club. So if you don't know what Cyber's talking about, what I'm talking about, in the Brutal Moose Discord, they have started to do a book club about the Animorphs series, which I have never read before. They're completely new to me. I'd heard of them. Like I remember hearing about them in this is the run-ender, this next level, the Leaning Tower of Pisa. The boss here is, or the area getting to the boss here is awful. So, don't expect me to get much further. Oh, hello, Harpy. Harpy's going to be a lot easier with Eric, I think. So he can attack upward. They're kind of weird looking harpies, really. They're very strange looking. I don't know. They're like all hunched. Yeah. Anyway, so I've never actually read these books, so they're very new to me. And honestly, so far I'm pretty impressed with them. You know, for like a kid's story, they're very there's a whole heck of a lot of danger. Did I cut off her head? Was that her head that was flopping around for a second there? Hang on. What was that? Did I cut off your head? Come here, I want to cut off your head. I want to see if it's possible. I'm a monster. I want to see if it's possible to cut off your head. Cut off your head. Yeah, so it's like, if you don't know anything about Animorphs, I didn't know anything about it. Like, the whole idea is that these 5 kids witness the death of an alien. There was an alien. I hate the bone pillars in this game. They are so detrimental to me. Oh my gosh. All right, I'm just gonna go. Here we go. Look at me go. I'm climbing along. I'm climbing along. Okay. See you later, bro. Can I just leave? Yeah. That was awful, man. I hated that. Harpies. Yeah, so these 5 kids witness the death of an alien called an Andalite, which is, how do I do this as, how do you do this? If I was playing as how do I do? Hang on. If I was playing as John, I would just whip and like swing. I don't think I can. I can't do that as Eric. Maybe I just go up. Maybe I don't even go that way at all. Isn't there like a... Okay, yeah, I can just go up as Eric. Got it. What was I saying? Yes. Death of Alien. Death of Alien. The Andalites are being threatened by the Yeerks. And the Earth is being threatened by the Yeerks. And the Andalites are trying to protect them. And in order to do so, this alien guy gives them the power to morph into animals. Which is very beneficial because the Yeerks don't know how to do that except for one Yeerk, who is Visser 3. He's very bad. He's the worst of all Yeerks. And he's not actually the worst of all the Yeerks. The worst of all Yeerks presumably is Visser 1. But he is a bad Yeerk. He is a very terrible person, and he has the ability to morph himself, and has had a great many opportunities to get exotic animals from other worlds, which are very dangerous. And so he's very scary. And so these 5 kids have to try and figure out how to, like, stop the Yeerks from taking over a bunch of Yeerks from taking over their planet. And all they can do is turn into animals. And it's written really well, and the kids are in constant freaking danger. Like, it's super dangerous in a way that I would not have expected from a children's book. It's very real. No one has died yet, but there have been permanent consequences to some characters. So I don't know. I have read the 5th book of the series, and we are going to be discussing it on Friday. But if you're interested in that, little shout out. In order to get access to the Brutal Moose Discord, all you have to do is subscribe to him on Twitch. Twitch.tv/Moose. Go and check it out. Very good. All right, advertisement over. But I have been enjoying them. You remember when everything morphed? Yeah, morph was like a huge word back in like the 90s. It was like such a big deal to morph. Like I remember I was in like a Radio Shack, and they had like software that would allow you to like morph a face into another face. And I was just like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. I didn't know man could do this. It's incredible. And of course you've got the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Did they actually morph? When did they morph? Did they ever morph, Power Rangers? Random Capri Sun singers, Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson did morph, didn't he, in black and white? I forgot about that. That was a cool end to that music video when everyone morphed into each other. I liked that. It was neat. Everyone lost their sense of self and became Michael Jackson. All things are Michael Jackson at the end of the black and white video. What was I talking about? I don't know. It was cool though. Yeah, there was a lot of morphing. But I don't know that there was ever morphing with this. This is the part. This part is awful. This dude just shows up. Get out of it, you. Hey. That's the Leaning Tower of Pisa back there. And it's easy right now because there are no gaps, but soon there will be gaps. And then things will get awful. He's back. I want to say also that if you like, even if you like die to the boss, you still have to do this part again, I think is the case, which is awful, and I hate it. Okay. See you later, dude. Oh, done? That couldn't have been it. Is that all of it? I remember it being a lot harder than that. There must be another section of it. No, that was it? Oh my goodness. I remember that being way harder than that. This is a pretty cool fight, though, how, like, the tower spins and stuff. It's like, oh, it's awesome. So cool. No, I'm not trying to do that. No! Oh, it missed me. Yay, I'm still alive. Hooray! Okay, no, you don't. I really remember that being a lot harder. Reminds you of Rygar? You know, I've never played Rygar. I've seen the Game Grumps playthrough of it, and I liked that. But I've never actually played Rygar. He's kind of difficult to hit up there. Whee! Oh, boo! No! I'm very disappointed in myself. I feel like I should be doing better than this. They even let me start here? Oh my goodness. I remember this game being like impossibly hard, but like they're giving me all kinds of benefits. Really? That's awesome. Yeah, I never played it. I have it. I like it. I mean, I was like, I've seen it and I like what I've seen, but I have never played it myself. No. I don't know anything about the arcade version either. Well, what were the major differences between the arcade variant? Oh, see you later, bro. Oh, did you see him deftly dodge his way out of my axe? Or out of the way of my axe? Get second for the second time? Ugh. You'd think I would have learned by now, but I'm an idiot, so no, I didn't. Okay, he's just invulnerable. Oh, what? We're doing something else now. Okay, we're new battle plan, I guess. Ow. Bam! Yeah! Alright, I beat the Leaning Tower of Pisa. Usually that's where I stop. That's different than Ninja Gaiden's NES and arcade versions. So pretty different then. Radically different. It's like the Strider NES versus Strider Arcade, where it's like Strider Arcade is it's like a kind of heavy and sluggish like brawler, and then Strider on the NES is like this weird arcane adventure game. I'm in Deutschland, the munitions factory in Germany. So this is taking place in what, 18? This game takes place, I think, in 1914. So World War I's actually happening right now. Kind of interesting. If this was World War II, then the Nazis would be all over this stuff. It's like, oh, vampires? Magic? Yes, please. Say the Nazis. They were all about that stuff. Look at these silly, like, little, helmeted skeletons. What is this background? This looks like freaking, what's that game? Oh, hey, you came back. What? It looks like, Bionic Commando now. All of a sudden. It's like I'm suddenly in Bionic Commando, and it's awesome. I can't remember what this song is called. This song has a cool name, like Ice, or like Ice Blue Steel or something. I know that because in Portrait of Ruin, there's like a remix of this song that you can find, and it's cool. And it's called like, is it like Frozen Steel or something like that. Something like that. But it's cool. I like it. No. Okay, maybe I do it down here. Oh, there we go. No. No. There's actually a lot of, I mean, as you might expect, there's a lot of similarities between Portrait Ruin and this one. So, tell me about your adventures with Rygar, Cybernighter. Like you said, it was your jam. So what? Tell me. I don't know what to tell. I don't know what I want you to tell me. I guess tell me your memories. Tell me something fun about your experience playing Rygar as a child. I'm interested to hear about these sorts of things. I love to hear when people talk about games they loved as a kid. All I really know about it is that it's kind of like an adventure game where you're out to destroy what is it? No, you're not an Argul. You're trying to save Argul from a bunch of beasts by like wandering around and using a shield with a yo-yo attachment, because that's rational and normal, and most people would use that as a weapon. Oh, look at the big piston. Cool. It's powering some... It's not powering anything else. Is it powering anything else? How does this work? This isn't how pistons work. It's not powering anything. It's powering the theming of the level. Yeah, I forgot I could do this. Yeah. Oh, okay. I don't know how I lived, but okay, it's fine. Oh no! Blip. Dead. Got sucked into the piston. Yeah, these pistons aren't doing anything because they're not like pressing down the air or anything. It's just kind of like going back and forth. Very silly. Whatever. It's a video game. It's fine. It's fine. It's a video game. Okay. What am I supposed to do here? Wait a sec. Got it. The hardest thing for any game player to do. Your objective. Stand there for a second. Bit clunky, but you loved it. I think it was the first adventure game that had branching paths and optional items. It's fair. Probably rented it 100 times. 100 times. Can I stand on this? No, I can't. Whoa. Because of my lack of familiarity with how like Eric plays, I feel like I'm missing out on a lot of stuff. I feel like there's probably a lot of things that I'm not doing right because I've just never played as this character before. He is quick though. Like that's John's big issue, is that he's just a very sluggish character. He's like heavy and slow. He's got the standard problems that the Belmonts have, you know. In every incarnation of Belmonts, they're always heavy and slow, but powerful. Which is why mini games give you a faster alternative, so that the game is not unbeatable. It's like, oh, here's your Maria character. It's fine. We're sorry. We're sorry the game's so hard. We'll give you an easier character. Here you go. You want a lollipop? Like, yeah, I want a lollipop. I like those. Thank you for giving me an easier character. Also, I do want a lollipop. Oh no. Okay, I'm fine. I'm trying to, what game did I have like that? The game that I almost always hear as the standard, like I rented it a million times, was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Turtles in Time. I actually didn't play that much as a kid. I only like found out about that later. I did like the original. Like I liked TMNT 1, 2, and 3. But the fourth one I didn't play until many years later. A friend of mine got like he bought like a pack of Super Nintendo games off of eBay, and one of them was Turtles in Time. So that was my first experience with TMNT 4. I think the game for me that I played so many times was this is kind of funny. It wasn't so much that I rented it, but rather that, oh, hey, I didn't know you were here. What's up, bro? Okay. Nope. Bleep. Let's see. I saw you said something. Hang on a sec. All right. Went to an arcade expo last week, and one of the vendors sold crochet stuff, Dragon Quest slimes, Dig Dug enemies, and little chickens that looked suspiciously familiar. Awesome. That's super cool. Did the chickens look like Alfred chicken? Because that would excite me. I feel like Alfred chicken deserves more than he gets. Poor Alfred chicken. He is a chicken among chickens and deserves more representation. That sounds like fun. Ooh, hang on. Ooh. A little scratch in my throat. I don't think that Frankenstein's monster was this tall. Gotcha. Oh, that wasn't the boss. That was a mini boss. Oh, okay. I thought that was the boss. Never mind. Oh yeah, so I was saying it wasn't a game that I rented, but rather a game that I insisted my friend rent over and over again. It's a Sega game called Kid Chameleon, and it's a really excellent game. Yeah, whenever my friend would go to, what do I do here? Jump on that? No, it just kills me. Oh, I probably have to like inch forward. I bet you that's it. Got it. Okay. It wasn't a boss. You beat Pit Fighter twice? All I know about Pit Fighter is this one video on YouTube I watched one time that was like, it presented as like the worst game ever kind of thing. And it looked pretty bad. I mean, I assume that the player did not know how to play it, but it looked genuinely awful. But I don't know if this is actually the way I'm supposed to be doing this, but it's working, so there we go. So what is the boss here? I wonder. Not wild about the prospect of using my attack there, but, you know, gotta survive. Our Castlevania journey is about to be over with as soon as I die even once. Got one life to live. Eric Lacard. Okay. Oh, really? What were you playing it on that that I assume was a better representation? Because like what I saw was the Super Nintendo version, which genuinely did look pretty terrible. But oh, what's this? Oh, can I kill you? I can kill you. Okay, good. Oh, I survived. Okay, good. Run. That room was scary. Yeah. Oh, look at you, strange Vector Man boss. Where do I hit you? Oh, the center. Got it. This is silly. You're a silly little friend, aren't you? Stop that. Stop making me laugh, little silly thing. What are you doing? You're so goofy. It's so goofy. I haven't done much damage to it at all, though. It's very sturdy, unfortunately for me. This is the true threat of the Kaiser's army. The true threat of Germany. The fires of German industry made this silly thing. Okay. Doggone it. I'm gonna die. What are you doing now? It looks so like scared. It's like a little scaredy cat thing. It's really cute. It's kind of like weirdly adorable. I don't know what it's doing now. I don't like it though. What are you doing? Oh jeez. Oh man. Boo. Oh, he's happy though. He's really excited. He's very excited for himself. Well, crap. Why do they make you choose end? It's like you have no continuous. They're like, yeah, we're gonna rub it in though. We're gonna make you choose it. All right, that's cool. Let's see. All right. Alright. Temporary switchback. Yeah, I'm dead. I lose. The actual arcade. So what is it about the arcade pit fighter that's better? Is it just it's just optimized better, like it plays better, I guess? Because like the only thing I saw was in that video. Great, I just spilled rubbing alcohol all over my pants. Awesome, super great. Yeah, in the video I watched, it was like a game where like there was like an arena, and there were two dudes, and you could like move in all directions, and it was almost like a brawler with a fixed environment. Is that what the arcade version's like, or is it different? Like, is it a traditional like horizontal fighter in Pit Fighter, or like that? Tell me about it. All I know is that one Pit Fighter's an ugly game. Nothing is optimized. Got it. Selling me on it. Sounds great. Ugly, poorly optimized. Yes. Let's see. Text. We're now going to be playing. Nope. Streets of Rage 2. Let's change this to edit. There we go. One. Okay, cool. Pit Fighter Arcade generally plays the same way, but is more fluid, more chaotic. Gotcha. Well, that's kind of cool. I like that. I like that. I always like I've said it before. I didn't. Oh, 1 year after the battle, Axel, Adam, and Blaze, the city that had been plagued with crime and violence, was safe and peaceful. I gotta turn up the volume because I love the music in this game. However, evil has once again cast its shadow over the city. Oh no, it's Bongo Bongo. He's here. Oh, it's not Bongo Bongo. Mr. X, the syndicate boss believed destroyed by the three young vigilantes, has come back to life stronger than ever. Thirsty for revenge, he kidnaps Adam in an attempt to lure Axel and Blaze into a trap. Axel and Blaze set out to help their faithful companion, joined by Axel's friend Max, a wrestler, and Adam's kid brother, Skate. They're determined to save Adam and put Mr. X out of action. Four young friends, rage burning inside them, make a stand for friendship and peace. He's casting an ice spell on the city over and over again. Oh, that's cool. The crowd interacts. Bare Knuckle 2, go! One player. Alright, so I almost always play as Max. But again, I have a dice here. This dice will determine our fate. So 1 to 2 is Max. 3 or 4 is Axel. 5 or 6 is Blaze. 6, 7 or 8 is Skate. Let's see. Blip. It is 5. All right. Blaze fielding it is. Oh, that's cool. I remember Bloodsport. Blaze Fielding. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Gentlemen, please. Oh, those hard-hitting, punchy, grainy sound effects. I love it. But I know that, like, over a year ago now, a while back now, they came out with Streets of Rage 4. And I was, like, super excited when they first announced it because I was a big fan of the company that made it. What are they called? Lizard Cube? Something like that. They're the same people who did the remake of Wonder Boy 3 The Dragon's Trap, which I just thought was excellent. And so I was very excited to see what they would do with Streets of Rage 4. And then it was it's the same thing I do with Pro Jared's videos. I always put them off because I'm like, no, I don't have the attention right now to devote to this, and I want to actually be fully invested when I do it, and then I just never do it. So like, it takes me forever to, like, there's some games where I'm like that, where like I want to actually just sit down and really have time to examine this game, and then I just never get around to it. So that's what happened with Streets of Rage 4. Bam, bam. Big step up from Double Dragon. I was trying to beat Double Dragon not too long ago. Like, sometimes I'll just be like, I want to try to beat this game, and so like I'll spend some time like just kind of playing it over the course of some days. And for a while I was trying to do it with Double Dragon, I was pretty consistently getting to the final area. But what was annoying is that, like, there's this sort of random thing in the last stage that can pretty much end your run if you're just unlucky, and it just kept happening. I was very frustrated. Basically what winds up happening is you go to like the Shadow Clan's base, and there's like this hallway with a bunch of like bricks that will like come out of the wall and like smack you in the head. And I want to say if they hit you, they either instantly kill you or take down half your HP. And as far as I could tell, there's no pattern to it, so they just kind of come out whenever. And if you're just unlucky, you just lose. And that kept on happening, and I got really sick of it. So, can't say I'm happy about that part of Double Dragon. Do you know what I'm talking about, the Wall of Death? It's really sucky. I kind of hate it. Oh, dude, come on. Frickin' Jack the Knife. He's not Jack the Ripper. Jack the Knife. He's a frickin', what do you call it? A hooligan? He's a hooligan. Definitely looks like he's supposed to be a hooligan. It's funny. He's a hula goose. Look, I keep changing knives. Game froze. Game froze? Game froze. Alright, that's cool. You probably tried 100 times last year, and yeah, that part. Yeah. It sucks, right? It's like, it's such a stupid thing in the game. It's like, why include that in the game? So dumb. And it's like at the beginning of the final. Did it freeze again? What the heck? Play the game. Go. Game froze. Okay, hang on. Nope. Game started. It saw that I was about to reach down and reset it. All right, let's go again. Blaze Fielding. It's just, I don't know. The only time I've ever seen the end of that game is on Game Grumps. And part of the reason I wanted to beat it myself was because on Game Grumps, they did that thing that they do a lot nowadays, honestly, whenever they play old games, where they'll play like they'll play it on something that has like save state, and they'll just, abuse save state, and so all drama is gone. To me, I don't know. I liked it more when, if they would play games, and if they won, they won. If they lost, they lost. It's like, it felt more honest to me. But I also understand that, like, come on, okay, hang on. Hang on. Ay. What's wrong with you, Streets of Rage? Why aren't you working? Get out my Q-tip again. Clean it again. Yeah, I don't know. I understand that it's more fun to actually see the end of a game. It's fair. I get that. But I've said it before. I think eventually there will come a time where people will view these old NES games as being easier than like, you know, like PS1, PS2, because they'll become so jaded about the idea of having like, you know, save state, rewind features and stuff like that, none of which were originally intended in the game. I don't know. That's why I play games as they are. That's why First Samurai is still an incomplete series, is because I couldn't beat it. I played it, I got as far as I could, and I lost. Maybe I'll try again someday, but I never did beat it. But on the positive end, because of that Game Grumps playthrough, I have actually seen the end of Double Dragon. And I wanted to like, I felt like it was invalid knowledge, I guess you could say. I was like, I shouldn't know what the end of this game is like because I cheated to get there. You know, it's like I want to get there on my own merit. So I was trying to beat the game as it was intended, and because of that stupid wall of death, you know, it's just like, it's just luck. It's just luck. I hate that. It should not just be luck. All right, Blaze. Come on, Blaze. Or if they have to have it there as a luck thing, it should only do like a minor amount of damage, you know? Just something manageable, but not like most of your health. It's dumb, stupid, and I'm frustrated about it because I like Double Dragon. I think it's a fun game. I think it's a cool idea of like I like how when you level up, you get new abilities and stuff. That's pretty forward thinking, I think, for like a brawler. But then they do the wall of death, and it's just stupid. Whatever. Dunk. So one thing I'm not I don't know about it, I like, from what I understand, one of the major sort of draws of the original Sega Genesis was that it ran on hardware that was extremely close to existing arcade machines that Sega produced. And so, was this game even any different in its arcade variant? Like, I've never heard anyone talk, like, I've heard people talk about Streets of Rage 2, because it's sort of a legendary game, but I've never heard anyone talk about the arcade version. I'm curious. I always like learning about that sort of stuff, like game variants and like alternate versions and stuff. Many memories of playing Double Dragon NES and listening to Def Leppard on your inflatable mattress. Nice. Nice memories. I have memories of that sort of activity with getting rages in FF3 for the SNES, and like just going to the Velt. Okay, go to the Velt, and I'd turn on like a CD player with some music, and then I would just kind of like farm rages over and over again. Oh my goodness. I do that nowadays with YouTube videos, so I guess my activities haven't changed. I don't know if there was Streets of Rage in the arcade, but I just sort of assumed there was. Here's another question. So, my first experience with Streets of Rage was this one, the second one. I've played the first one, and it's gonna sound mean, I don't know how they got a second one. Like, the first one's kind of, I don't know, not great. It's like really stiff and not great. Like, the second one is so much better than the first one. It's like there are a couple of games that are like that where you're like, oh, the second was such an improvement. How did they get to a second game? It's just so much better. Just so much better. Shut up, dude. Shut up, dude. Stab. He's like, you're not allowed to stab. I'm the one who stabs. What the heck, man? You ate my turkey. I was saving that for later. No, my precious sandwich board turkey. Curse you. I feel like, I mean, should not be surprising, but I often in my mind will compare Streets of Rage with Yeah, guess what? I did. Sorry, y'all. Thank you, Cybernator. I probably would have done the rest of the stream with that. Oy vey. I'm good at streaming. Did you know I'm good at streaming? Super good at streaming. Yeah, classic MoeChicken idiocy. Oh, I feel so dumb. Whatever. Don't throw me. Don't throw me. I'm a lovely lady. Don't you throw me. What was I talking about? Don't bring Rick Arlen into this. Oh, you know what I was saying. I'm so embarrassed. Oh yeah, Final Fight and Streets of Rage. Definitely, it shouldn't be surprising that I associate the two of them, but I feel kind of another way about I think Final Fight 1 was the best Final Fight, and I definitely think this was the best Streets of Rage. Also, the other thing that's really exciting about Streets of Rage 2 is that it is the model for Beats of Rage, which, if you don't know what that is, that's like an open engine, like an open source modding engine for Streets of Rage 2 that people will make like their own custom mods of this game for, and they're really cool. I should play I have a Dreamcast emulation disc of a bunch of Beats of Rage mods. Maybe we can play that sometime. That might be fun. Final Fight 1 was so good, right? So good. Final Fight 1 was so good. It had Mayor Mike Hager. He's the mayor. I love Mayor Mike Hagar. He's the mayor. The mayor of Metro City was just like, yeah, we need to go beat people up. It's awesome. My favorite, I guess, fun fact about Streets of Rage is that it was not the first appearance of Mayor Mike Hagar. Well, it was the first appearance of Mayor Mike Hagar, but it's not the first appearance of Mike Hagar, who, what's he originally from? I always want to say Fire Pro Wrestling, but I don't think that's it. I think it was Saturday Night Slam Masters, maybe? Something like that. Friggin' Barbon. Get out of it, Barbon. I'm gonna eat this. No! Stop, Barbon! Yeah. He was basically, he's a professional wrestler who was just like, I'm going into politics now. At a time when that wasn't happening yet. You know? At a time before we had the Governator, Mayor Mike Hagar decided he wanted to go into politics. He wanted to protect his city with his strong Daddy Hagar arms. Unrelated. Well, semi-related because it's Final Fight. If y'all want to watch a good Final Fight playthrough, back in the halcyon days when PB and Jeff was still a thing, they did a playthrough of Final Fight 1, which is pretty entertaining. It's just like 2 episodes. It's good fun. So, little shout out for them. You can find it on PBG Gameplay. I'm very happy PBG hasn't taken down the PBG Gameplay channel, even though I'm pretty sure it's completely dead at this point. Because I still go there and watch things. I gotta get my PB and Jeff fix every once in a while. Oh, hey, dude. Oh no! Motorcyclists! So this is supposed to be a road, right? What road looks like this? No lines or anything. Where am I? I'm in the city that was plagued by violence. I don't think they actually gave this city a name, come to think of it. Someday I'm going to do that. I've talked about it before on here. A series like what I did with the oh, screw you, dude. Frickin' Storm. Stop it, Storm. This isn't Road Rash. You can't steal my weapon. Like what I did with the pinball games, where I just kind of like I made a series out of just like a bunch of one-offs with a theme. I'm gonna do that someday with like beat 'em up games, because I love beat 'em up games, and there are so many of them. There's so many beat 'em up games. But one of the ones I want to play when I do that is the Peacekeepers, which is like a weird, like, it's just such a strange It's a strange beat 'em up. It's got branching paths and like hidden characters and like all kinds of just really strange things. And what's especially interesting about it is apparently it was the appearance of all the characters was radically changed for the English version. Like the characters were like super anime in their original incarnation, and then for the English one, they were like, no, we got to make them look realistic. People got to take us seriously on the Super Nintendo, and so everybody just looks weird. And like at one point, a guy does like a Super Saiyan thing, like his hair goes crazy, and it just looks completely out of place with like the realistic graphics. It's like, what is this guy doing? Why did his hair get silly? What is this? What is this nonsense? Hodge! Hodge! What y'all doing up there? What y'all doing? I'm gonna dance. Look at this guy with his arms stuck. Yeah? This guy's just practicing yoga over here. What are you doing, dude? Punch, 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 punch! It's Hakuyo. Death to Hakuyo. And now everyone's like, oh, now I'm here too. Oh, second Hakuyo. Alright, so here's another question for people out there who play these types of beat-em-up games. Are you good at remembering to use your special attack to like save yourself? Because I'm very bad at it. I will frequently forget that I've got it like in times of danger. Street Fighter 1 is hecka bad, and look at that. Yeah. I've never played Street Fighter 1. I almost got a copy of Fighting Street, which is the TurboGrafx version, at my local game store, but I was very disappointed to find out that they had mistakenly listed it on their website. Like they said that they had it, and then they're like, I'm sorry, dude, we actually can't find it. I think we must have sold it. I was very sad because I've never played that game before. You know, it's like I've never heard you're a great fighter. Well, there are fighters like you all over the world. Never heard it. Never played it before. It seems like, Cyber, that you were an arcade goer. Is that fair? I was not much of an arcade goer as a youth, and so there's so many games that I missed out on. I'm very envious of those who got to enjoy arcade machines. I was not one who did that. I was like, oh, I missed out on such a wonderful time. And it's hard to find a good arcade nowadays. Or you usually spam your specials too fast? Yeah. Yeah, I get that. This guy with the jetpack, I feel like this should be more important that, like, the frickin' Rocketeer is here. Look at this guy. He literally has a jetpack. Why is this not more important? This dude is solving aviation on his own. Why are you not more famous, Jet? Why do you work for Mr. X, Jet? Get a contract with the government for your frickin' rocket pack, dude. Although I seem to recall there are aliens in this game, so I guess that's that. There's one other beat-em-up game that I'm going to do a series on eventually, and I'm probably going to play the whole game because it's an awesome game that I think deserves attention if it doesn't get it. It's called Fightin' Rage. Oh, looking back, you had access to mini arcades as a kid. Oh, I'm so jealous. I'm so jealous. We had an Aladdin's castle in the mall where I lived, but I was too young to go to the arcade, and then I guess I just never got around to doing it. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, Fightin' Rage. Fightin' Rage is it's a pretty cool beat 'em up game that came out, I don't know, I think it was 2016 or something. And I mean, I don't know if it has any fame at all, but I really like it. So I'm gonna play that eventually, but I don't know when. it's something in the back of my head. I'm like, I should do Fightin' Rage at some point. Okay, moving on. It's one of those thoughts where I'm like, that's a good idea. Anyway. So here's another thing that's a little strange about a lot of fighting games. Doggone it. A is the special move attack. And I keep thinking A is going to be the regular physical attack. Ugh, so annoying. Before I finish the thought that I was just about to make, so if you don't know, Bare Knuckle is the name of this game in Japan. So these guys are actually playing arcade machines of the previous game, which I always thought was a kind of fun, weird fourth wall breaking moment. But they're actually playing the previous adventures of Axel, Adam, and Blaze. She's like, no, it's a time paradox. I must destroy it. G signal. Oh yeah, so I was gonna say, this is pretty commonplace for a lot of fighting games, but like, there's no connection between the places we're going in this game, is there? Like, I was just in what? I was on a highway, and now I'm in like an amusement park. But why though? Like, what am I doing here? Why did I come here? Why did Blaze decide? She's like, it's like, Blaze Fielding, you just killed a man using a jetpack. What are you gonna do? She's like, I'm going to Disney World. I guess she just wants to go on the rides in the middle of the night. Aladdin's Castle was the place. I still have Aladdin's Castle tokens, which is kind of fun, but I didn't go there very much. Like, by the time that I was interested in arcades, they'd already moved on past the kind of arcade games that I wanted. Soon I'll be in a sewer. Yeah. Just goes. I mean, that was actually one of the things I really liked about Final Fight, was that they made it pretty clear that you were crossing the city from one section of the city to the other. Like, you were fighting your way to the Mad Gear headquarters. That made sense. You know, I liked that. I like when you can kind of tell where you were and where you are now. That's actually also one of the things that oh, I forgot I could do that. Should be using that more. That's one of the things I like about the Peacekeepers, is that because it has branching paths, you can kind of determine your direction. Yeah, I got an Aladdin's Castle token. I'm an adult man. What's up, y'all? Oh yeah, ninjas. That's right. Ninjas are gonna happen now, because this is normal. Stop, gentlemen, please. I want your sword, though. I'm gonna cut dudes up with a sword. This is cool. This is normal. I used to be a police officer. Now I'm not. It's fine. Seriously, she used to be a police officer. She was a police officer, and she and her friends, Adam Hunter and Axel, I don't remember, decided that they're like, nope, system's too corrupt. We gotta kill some dudes ourselves. And so she's like, yeah, I'll just take a sword and cut dudes. Is this the game that has the do baseball sign? I love the do baseball sign. There's like a sign that just says, do baseball. It's really funny. Like, what am I supposed to do here in this park? Do baseball. Oh, okay. With my one mighty front kick, I will kick multiple people. What's up, dude? Ow. Jeez. Do you guys not see the giant terrifying monster mouth behind you? Do you not care about the giant I have 7 lives. I just looked up and I was like, oh, I'm not supposed to have 7 lives. Is that guy's name Bino? Am I fighting Elle, Lisa, and Bino? Your name is Bino. Freaking Bino over here. What's he doing here? Why is your name Bino? He's like, I thought it would sound cool. Why did you think that would sound cool, Bino? It's like that joke from Guardians of the Galaxy 2, the taser face joke. What's up, off-brand Cyclops? Yeah. So now we're in Giger territory. That's normal. The enemies will emerge from the eggs at the bottom of the screen. This is a totally normal and acceptable thing. There's one. Where am I? What is this game now? There was money inside that egg. Eh. 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 Kill. Kill. Frickin' P signal. Purple signal. I think is your name. He's the purple signal. Uh-huh. Why am I in this Giger-esque nightmare? What is this? I just killed Jonathan. I don't think this is ever explained why I'm here. I just am. Like, I guess maybe this is supposed to be like a haunted house in the amusement park, but it's pretty convincing. It's pretty convincingly awful. Where'd my sword go? Oh yeah, there we go. Look at how she holds the sword. That's not how you hold a sword, Blaze. Come on. It's Vehelitz. Look out. Not him. Vehelitz. He's here. Him and Beano. We got all the good names in this level. Uh-huh. I can't figure out where you are in space, dude. Ow. Stop it. Vehelitz. Makes me think of Viralis. Ah! I want my sword back. Yeah, give me that. No. I can't remember if this is the boss or not. I think it is, actually. I think this is the boss of the stage. Which is strange. Is this one of Mr. X's minions? Wait, no, it's not playing the boss music, so it must not be. Yeah, okay, it was just a thing. That was just a thing that happened. There's off-brand Cyclops again. He's back. Hey, come on up here into the sword. There you go. I knew you could do it. Ryohin. Oh no, this guy. Yeah, this guy. It's we had off-brand Cyclops, now we have off-brand Red Omega. That's cool, right? Or Omega Red, excuse me. Zamza! Ow. Don't do that. Just walk into my deadly sword. Deadly sword! Where are you in space? I cannot... Oh, well, we hugged. He's like, I've never been hugged by a girl before. Oh, he's so nice. He's like a cross between Omega Red and Wolverine, right? Which is a strange thing. Which is a strange concept. Oh, he's dead. All right. See you later, bro. You're thinking Blanca? It's like his headpiece made me think of Omega Red. Yeah, it's the Do Baseball place. Okay, well, there's kind of some continuity. There's the it's like Boo. Hey y'all, whenever life gets you down, just remember, it's like Boo. It's like Boo. Oh, screw you, dude. I want my thing back. It's good to have a weapon. Yeah, the amusement park's back there, so we actually just left the amusement park to come here. That makes sense. We're just trying not to think about... Yeah, there it is! Do baseball! Do it, y'all! And if you don't, it's like Boo. Man, the music in this game is good. Do baseball. I gotta say, if someone hit me in the face with an iron pipe, I would probably just stay down, honestly. I'd be like, yep, alright, I'm done. Y'all do your own Streets of Raging. I'm just gonna stay down here. I've got a concussion and or a crushed skull. I think I'm done. It's like Boo. it is like Boo. Do baseball. Korshu! Why did I come out here? What am I doing on a baseball field now? What is this game? Random paw. Knife. I remember that in the original game they had like, it was like a broken bottle that you fought with. That was like the most common weapon you could find. And like when I was a child, I didn't know what it was. I couldn't figure out what was going on with it. I was like, I picked up a paddle, I think. Could not figure out it was supposed to be an empty beer bottle. Nope. I'm here to hit a homer. She's also ready for her X-Men cosplay. That's what these guys are. They're just all X-Men cosplayers. Every one of them. Is that woman's name Sug Q? Metal M. Get ready for Metal M. It's like Boo. Y'all know what we're doing right now? We're doing baseball. We were told by the fence to do this. It wasn't our idea to come here, but then the fence was like, hey, Blaze, do baseball. And she's like, all right, it's like Boo. That happened. Bam. Did you see that guy getting ready to pitch on the pitcher's Ow! I forgot those guys do that. You can't jump kick the black guys. Ow! Jeez, because they will uppercut you out of the air. Oh, hello, sir. Who are you? It's the big boy. He's here to deliver hamburgers? What are you doing, dude? What was he doing? What are you doing? What is this man? It's Big Ben. I wasn't expecting that though. Just suddenly breathing fire. How are the creatures? My 3D printer has not been behaving. Before I went on my trip, I had gone to the 3D printer store or 3D printer repair place to get it looked at, and I got word today that they have finished it, which is good. So I will try and go by and pick it up tomorrow. But I have I don't know if did I show y'all the latest robot I made? I've made 3 of them now. And I've made and printed out 3 of them now, and I'm pretty proud of what I got. The latest one turned out to look really good, actually. I'm very pleased with the latest one. And I started working on another one. Oh, that guy's name is Byatko. I bet that's supposed to be Byakko, like from the four legendary beast Byakko. Yeah, I started on another robot before I left, and that was actually why my printer clogged up, was because I was trying to print it and it failed. But yes, thank you for asking. It is coming along pretty well. It's that creative endeavor. And then when I was on my trip, I was hoping to do some digital coloring, because I've got like a bunch of line art that I wanted to digitally color on my iPad. But what I found out, on the trip, I found out, and I was very disappointed about it, is that I didn't import it correctly from my computer, and so it gave it an opaque background. And the whole reason I do line art with transparent backgrounds is so that I can color them without having to worry about going over the lines. So I really couldn't use it at the end, and I was very disappointed about that. But I did still get some work done in terms of digital stuff. I've been trying to... so I've got this idea. It's one of my many useless ideas that never go anywhere. This idea for a video game where they're like... it's called Chromacaster, and it's like a action RPG kind of thing that involves a series of like there are like four protagonists, and there are magic classes based on like the color wheel. So like they're like different types of wizard, and they're delineated by color, and each color wizard does like a different thing. So there's like a red wizard, a blue wizard, a yellow wizard, and then the orange wizard is a combination of the red and yellow. The violet wizard is the red and blue, and green wizard is the blue and the yellow. And oh, I hate this fight. I remember this dude. Abba-de-de-de. This guy's awful to fight. I forgot about this until now. This guy's terrible to fight. I want to go back to doing baseball. I liked that more. Kick. Yeah, so like I had ideas for, like, I had a general idea for each wizard type's costume, because they all wear like different costumes, and I wanted each of the four characters to like wear the costume slightly differently. And while I was on my trip, I started working on what all the variations would look like. So I did get some artistic work done on my trip, but not, unfortunately, what I was hoping to do. So, oh, but thank you for asking. How are your artistic endeavors going? Have you made any more patches or cool clothing and stitchy stuff? Done anything cool like that recently? I remember hearing on one of Ian's streams that you were working on a patch for a jacket, I believe you said. Pink patch. I'm assuming that went well. I know nothing about sewing, unfortunately. That is one major gap in my creative abilities. I don't know how to make any sort of like anything involving cloth. So I am interested to hear about such things, especially because I know multiple quilters. I know multiple people who quilt, and I'm like, I don't know, what you do is impressive. I don't know how you do it. I suplexed that wrestler to death. I'm awesome. Yes. So good. It's like boo. All right. Well, now that we have gone to the baseball stadium, we are going to leave and go do something else. I'm on a boat. Look, Mom, I'm on a boat. Why? I don't know. Why am I on a boat? Seriously, why am I on a boat? What part of this boat involves protecting the city from the bad guys? I like how over the course of fighting games like this, you see like different palettes for the enemies. It's fun. I like the multiple variations in color. Enjoyable to see different palettes. That guy just slapped me. Dude just straight up slapped. Ow! Bro, stop it. Yeah, I can do it to you, too. You are currently making yourself a blanket. That's awesome. How are you doing it? Are you, like, putting together, like, squares, or are you doing it some other way? How are you making the blanket? You made a mixtape and some dubious cover art for a fan mail. Oh, that's exciting. I look forward to seeing that. I always love seeing the stuff that people come up with when they do, like, when Ian gets like fan mail and stuff. So cool. I should make him some more fan mail. I'll have to think up more 3D printed nonsense. I cannot say how excited I am that during the Brutal Moose Bingo 98 streams recently, he used my Chobo-chans. Very, very excited about the Chobo-chans being featured. Super psyched about that. Hey, Byatko. Have we already seen Genbu and Suzuku? And Seiryu? Oh, it's Raven. That's so Raven. Ow! Stop, guy. Is there food in these boxes? Yes, awesome. Oh, it's a Barbon. He's here to mix drinks and break heads. I think this was probably the first game I ever encountered with a Muay Thai kickboxer. And I remember thinking, like, even when I was a kid, I was like, this is weird. It feels very specific, but I don't know anything about it. But, let's see. The blanket is really simple. I'm just sewing some fleece to this cute flannel with birds and flowers. Well, that's nice. Love to see a picture of it when you're done, buddy. It's Wayne! My mom recently finished a quilt she had been working on for one of my relatives who unfortunately has cancer. And so my mom wanted to make something nice for her, so she put together like a quilt for her. And it's the most colorful, happy quilt. I really hope it will cheer my relative up. Because I'm like, oh, this is so lovely. What a nice quilt this is. So pleasant and happy. My mom's quilts are always a big deal, though. Like, there's... If you, like me, are familiar with the concept of relative politics, a major feature of that is my mom's quilts. Namely, this idea that, like, they're kind of this very valuable prize. It's like, oh, Moe's mom made me a quilt. And so it's like, oh, I deserve a quilt now. Like, you learn where you are in the relative hierarchy based on how many quilts you get. Take that, fog. I cut the fog with my sword. And the gale. All of these motorcycle guys are apparently named after, like, weather. Oh no! Setsura! I want that. Give me that. He does look like Cyclops, you're right. Yep. See you later. Y'all just hang out in the explosion, okay? That's one thing. Yes? He's like, I just wanted a hug. Can you feel the love tonight? I always like when in games like this, they have environment obstacles that can affect the enemies too. I like that. It makes you feel cool when you manage to get the enemies lured into a trap, you know? Am I fighting a boss right now? This is the boss music. This man's name is Balloon. His parents must have hated him. Kill. Am I fighting a boss? Oh, there's the boss. It's this dude. It's our bear. It's our bear. He's here. It's freaking Bald Bull. Stop it, Bald. Ow! Stop it, Bald Bull. Oh my gosh, you and your butt are the most terrifying things on this boat. Ow. Ah, my Seikuken. No, stop. Ow. Ow. Freaking Bald Bull, stop it. Ow. 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 Quilts are very nice. Saw you said more. I'm currently I'm currently punching out over here, so give me a sec. Burp. 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 tweety little me. Yeah, I got a star hit on him. Awesome. Yeah, bingo has been great. I mean, that's probably part of the reason I was like, I'm gonna play multiple games tonight, was because I've been watching bingo so much, and it has just been a wonderful experience. What a great idea. As a very clever man, clever Ian. Unsai. It's Unsai kick. Say Kuchen. I think he's still alive, right? No. Okay. So did I like fall off of the boat? How did I get to the beach? Did I just like fall off? I just beat up Genyo's eye. Get his kunai. I didn't know what these kunai were when I was a kid. I was like, what is this thing? What is this little thing? I mean, I guess that it was some sort of dangerous weapon, but I was like, is it like a shovel? It looked like a gardening spade to me. Bam. Oh, hey, hello, gentlemen. There's a lot of you, huh? Am I in Thailand now? Pheasant? Condor? You're all named after birds. Ow, stop. Ah. Ow. Oh, the must be quick. Yes. I did like that too. It's must be quick. That's actually the one I'm on right now. I was like, since I was traveling, I wasn't able to watch a lot of the recent streams. So I'm currently on the one with kid pics. But yes. Portly Sonic the Hedgehog insisting that you must be quick while he grinds on a rail with his what do they call it? Quilted tank top with strange pants. He must be quick. Kokaku. So it's not Suzaku, it's Kokaku. I don't know what that's a reference to. Wokaku. Someone died over there. Y signal, B signal. I wonder if anyone out there has like a signal jacket like this. Like, oh yeah, I'm dressed like the B signal. So cool. Speaking of stupid clothing purchases, I recently, I've been building with Legos a lot recently. I've been playing with a lot of like old space Legos, like first series space Legos kind of things. And that was back when they had those really simple like space suits that were just like a color with like a little picture of Saturn on the front. And I was like, I wonder if anyone makes a t-shirt like this. And yeah, they do. So I have 2 of those on the way. Because again, bad with money. I was like, ooh, a thing I will now buy on impulse. Yes. Am I in like Cuba? Where am I now? I don't know why Cuba was the first thing that came to mind, but I'm like, it's very dangerous here. Feels very dangerous here. I just did the do. There's a gust, and a gale, and a gourmand. I like his purple outfit though, it looks cool. It's like a really nice color purple. It is a long beat 'em up. We're actually pretty close to the end. I think this might be the last. Is that the last stage or the second last stage? But we're pretty close to the end at this point. Ow. Why do they have stick bombs? Where did you get that? He's like, I frequent the World War I museum. What of it? I like history. Oh, hello, madam. What are you doing here? Did you know we're standing in the road? There are lots of motorcycles around, madam. I got one of them. Dang it. Casca! I will defeat you, Casca. Ah! Rain! Look at these dudes. Just a bunch of them. This music sounds like it's from another game, like a specific game. Oh no. M-O-E. Continue, yeah. I will play, I'll stick with Blaze. She's doing really good for me. Madam, why are you wearing that? She's like, why are you wearing what you're wearing? We're girls in a video game. This is unfortunately required. Oh, hey, it's Omega Red again. Nah. His name is Souther? What kind of a name is Souther? It's my name. My parents gave it to me. Is it a problem? Like, yeah, Souther, it's weird. That other guy's name is Stealth. Despite the fact that he's wearing a bright blue suit and has a rocket pack, his name is Stealth. He's like, they'll never find me. I'm sneaky. Look at how sneaky I am. Ow, guy. Oh. Jeez. I'll lose all my lives right here. No, guy, come on. There's Stealth. No! Souther, just die. Come on. No! He's like, what's that about dying? You wanna die? Alright, is that the end of the level? Good. Got to the end. Oh, I think this is the last stage. This next one's the last stage. Oh no, this isn't the last stage. This is the stage where they build things, I guess. We have discovered the enemy's secret factory, where they make automobiles and dishwashers. Nefarious underworld dishwashers. They're going to flood the market with their nefarious dish. This is the buffet man. Hello, buffet man. What are you doing here? This is not the Golden Corral. He's like, it's not? All the way here think it was the Golden Corral. What the heck? I just wanted cornbread. Oh, I want cornbread. Now that I've said that, I want cornbread. Look at her shoes. Her shoes look very silly, don't they? She's got like big, like fantasy boots. They're like kind of floppy a little bit too. This is exciting. Jimmy Buffett not looking so hot. I like that. Oh, come on, dude. Don't bring me to Margaritaville. I don't want to go there. Oh, you know, we are on an island. Maybe that's where we are. Maybe this is Margaritaville. Ow. Jeez, dude. Stop it. I want to go back to the streets. I still have the rage, but I lost the streets. I miss doing baseball. This new area, it's like Boo. If I were to describe it, I would say akin to Boo. It is like Boo. Yeah, y'all come into these punches. Come into these punches. Bam. It is pretty cool that enemies can pick up weapons, though. Like, it's inconvenient for me, but it's a neat feature, you know? Oh, hey. What up? Ow. Enola? Enola and Konzo? Not Hanzo. Konzo. Up. Up. Ooh, turkey. Like that. Oh, hey. Da-la-la. Da-la-la-la-la. Whoa, and da-la-la-la-la. Who are these people? Who named these people? Da-la-la and boo-boo-boo-lo-lo-lo-boo-boo. It's Dalala. Her name really is Dalala. That's so strange. Why is your name Dalala? Is she gone? Oh, she's gone. Okay. See you later. Nope, she's back. Hey, Dalala. Like, I feel like they were trying to make it Dahlia, but it just didn't happen. Conveyor in the back row is moving cybernetic parts for more enemies. Yep. Oh, what's this? D signal? What is the D signal? Do I want to know? I like how crazy this song sounds. Pew, 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 pew. Oh, I was excited. Like, so this is one thing that I always love in any beat 'em up game, when there's like an elevator stage where you can throw people off of it. I love doing that in beat 'em up games. I don't think that's what this is. This is an elevator, but I don't think I can throw anybody off. It just makes you feel so cool when you do it right. They're just like, I'll take care of you. I'll throw you to your death. And they're like, you're a monster. And I'm like, yeah, but it was cool. It's Griffiths. He's here. Griffiths, come here. I'm not going up there. Come on down here. Fine, get you. Ow, boo. Shouldn't have gone down there. Said I wouldn't. Ow. Friggin' Griffith. No! Friggin' Griffiths. I like this song, though. Ow. Seriously, this man has a jetpack, and he has, like, full control over it. This should be a bigger deal than I think it is. Freaking ninjas. Get out of here, ninjas. No. Mutsu. Oh, it's Ho-Oh! It's a Pokemon! Take that, Hoo-Ah. Oh, it's Ho-Oh! He's gonna use fire attacks on me. Factories of Rage. I just looked over and saw that. I like that. Oh, not you. I like how the elevator stops to, like, let us fight. Speaking again of the fact that I didn't know what Muay Thai was when I was a kid, I always thought it was strange that these guys' form of blocking was to just, like, raise one knee. I was like, why are they just picking up their knee? Stop that. It just gave me a hug and I didn't want it. An unbidden hug is what that was. So unrelated, Blaze is kind of awesome. Like, I didn't play as Blaze when I was younger. She's kind of awesome, really. She's really good. I want to say at the top of this elevator, I have to fight a robot. I think I have to fight a robot at the end of this. Dude threw like 3 knives at me. No, I don't want to. Oh, it's gonna be my last continue. I was hoping to hold on to this for longer. Yeah, stick with Blaze. She's doing good. It's Soya. Better than Beano. Yeah, robots. I remembered robots at the end of this stage. I think this is usually where I lose, actually. I think this is usually as far as I get. I have to fight Particle and Molecule, the robots, with my fists. With my bare knuckle, in fact. Oops. Okay. I think I briefly tried to grab one. Didn't work out very well for me. Why 2? Why 2 at the same time? Was one... Oh, they just shot a laser at me. Again, I feel like this should be a bigger deal than it is proving to be. It's like the jetpack guy. I feel like the fact that there are, like, hopping robots here should be a bigger deal than it is proving to be in this game. At least now we know what the factory was for. Making robots. It was not an ow. Did you hear that clunk noise when I got hit in the head? Clunk. It's not in fact making washing machines, nefarious washing machines. It was making robots. I defeated one. Hooray. Ow. Punk. Yes! I punched those robots to death! Hooah! So good! Okay. Oh. This music feels very last level to me. Oh, it's another freaking robot! I hate the knife guy. Like, I love him because he's so silly, but I also hate him because he's really inconvenient. That robot's name is Oxygen. Oh no, it's Bald Bull again! Like when you fight him for the second time in the World Championship. He's back! And he's green now! He's a palette swap! Bear Jr. Little Mac never had an iron pipe at his disposal, though. Ow! Da 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 da. Ow! Da 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 da. Do 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 do. Ow! Ow! Doc, what do I do? No, Doc, help! Help me, Doc! I can't join the Nintendo Power Fun Club today! This is a Sega game! Ow! Doggone it, this one dude took out 2 of my lives. Freaking Bald Bull did the charge attack. Ugh. Yeah? Oh, I sort of thought they'd come through the door, really. I didn't think they'd fall from the ceiling. I was gonna punch them when they came out of the door, and they fell from the ceiling. Nice kick, dude. It's a good kick. Oh, the high kick. Bah! Oh, frickin' Omega Blue. What are you doing here, dude? Nail? No! Bring me the Dragon Balls. Stop. Enemies shouldn't be allowed to use grab attacks. That's me. It's only for me. Well, there we go. Boo. Game over. Oh, but we didn't get to 2 hours. Let's see. Blaze Mo, yay, first and second. Woo! All right. That's going to be it for today. Oh. I will be back on Thursday. We'll probably play other Sonic or Front Mission, but this was fun. It's fun to just kind of play random games every once in a while. So, once again, thank you for stopping by. I'm the MoeChicken. This has been Castlevania Bloodlines and Streets of Rage 2. And thank you for stopping by. Good night.